Walk in, Joyce. Good luck. No, I've just seen the outside, all the stuff they were doing on the exterior. But I didn't mean
walk through, you know, it's still right.
We're going to call the meeting to order. There were some actions taken by the board for the stipulated expulsion recommendation for student number 22-23-06-147-635-1055. And approval of minutes for the board meeting February 14, 2023. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
You need to state what the action was for the stipulated
Okay.
session. Action to approve.
The action was approved for the stipulated expulsion by unanimous vote. All right. We have the approval of it in a minute and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Business from the floor. Here we go. The board meeting is a business meeting of the board held in a public forum to comply with the Brown Act. It is not a town hall meeting with the board. This is the time for citizens to present problems or questions they feel the board should discuss. Individuals are encouraged to address the full board, not individual board members. The law prohibits the board from taking action on items that are not on the agenda. In accordance with AB 361, signed and dated September 16, 2021, the Barstow Unified School District will allow for remote participation at the upcoming regular board meeting on Tuesday, March 14, 2023. General public will be permitted to attend the meeting within the boardroom, but may also submit public comment via email per the protocols listed below. Deadline for submission of public comment will be 12 p.m. on Tuesday, March 14, 2023. If you would like to submit public comment, please follow the protocols below. Identify the item you wish to comment on in your email or message. If your comment does not apply to a specific agenda item, write general public comment in the subject line of your email. Comments on consent, discussion, public hearing items, or general public comment will be accepted via email prior to the live open public session. Deadline for submission of public comment will be 12 p.m. on March 14, 2023. Submit public comments via email to the Superintendent Senior Executive Assistant at Christina_Crane@busdk12.com. Each comment will be read aloud by a member of staff as received and are subject to the 3-minute time limit, which is approximately 250 words. Comments received outside the comment period outlined above will not be read aloud and will not be reflected in the minutes. Do we have any emails or comments? And we don't have anybody here to speak, right? All right. Let's see if I can find my chart. Okay, reports, staff reports. Do we have any?
Enrollment report.
Enrollment report. I assume that's going to be Mr. Beaton.
That will be Mr. Beaton.
Thank you, Superintendent Sargent. For your information board, Monday afternoon, we uploaded a revised enrollment report to show up-to-date numbers. And so I'd like to compare it to this time last year. Our elementary enrollment is down 1 student. At the high school, we're down 95, bringing to the total for month 6 compared to month 6 of 2021 for a total of 96 students district.
Any questions? All right, thank you. Superintendent's report, Ms. Swearingen.
Thank you. I would like to say good evening, board members and guests. Mr. Correa could not be with us this evening due to illness. I want to wish him a speedy recovery and we hope to see him soon. I hope everyone had a restful 4-day weekend since the last time we met. I have had an exciting 28 days in office and I am looking forward to the great things the district has coming up. We have outstanding student accomplishments to mention. Mariah Rodriguez went to the consolation round at the CIF State Wrestling Championships. Gabriel Hernandez pitched a no-hitter in the season opener, and Caden Cardenas signed a national letter of intent to play football at the University of Laverne. I want to congratulate the 620 students from Barstow High School who earned a 3.0 or higher GPA in the first semester of the 2022-2023 school year, along with the 177 students, of which 78 are seniors, who earned a 4.0 or higher GPA. One of them sitting right over there. The diligent work of our staff, administration, and most importantly, our students, is something we can all be proud of. Keep up the good work, Aztecs, and I look forward to those second semester awards. Our elementary schools and junior high have been celebrating Black History Month with various family events, assemblies, and guest speakers from the community, bringing everyone together to learn more about how history can help guide our futures and celebrating those that have brought us this far and who will inspire generations to come. During my first 28, I have been able to meet with members of the community to include City Manager Willie Hopkins, Chief of Police Andrew Mendoza, and Pastor Bouchon Carpenter, as well as parents to spread the message. I'm sorry? What did I? Oh, sorry. My apologies. Chief of Police Andrew Espinoza, I'm not sure how we spelled that one, and thank you, and Pastor Bouchon Carpenter, as well as parents to spread the message that it takes a village to raise a child, and encouraging the strengthening of our village. I heard at a conference once, imagine what can happen when a student knows the entire community supports them. What a change that would make. As I've been meeting with stakeholders in the community, I've been able to gain information on programs and supports we may be able to offer our students and families to help them achieve academic success. I was invited to sit in on a Building Assets Reducing Risks, which we also fondly refer to as BAR, meeting at Barstow High School. I was encouraged by the work that is being done. The team focused on looking at students for their strengths and what their unique personalities bring to the classroom, and using the information to help guide them on their academic journey. I want to thank Dr. Jimenez and Mrs. Alicia Sheely, in addition to the BAR team, for getting this program started, and I look forward to the great things our students will gain from it. I also want to thank our Supportive School Climate Office, CRPBIS coach Shanda Barella. During the month of February, Shanda developed Friday activities for staff assigned to the district office building to participate in building a positive environment and supporting the mental health of our staff, which inspired our mental health break wall located outside the superintendent's office. We have a large poster and markers for anyone visiting the district office or district office staff to take a moment to reconnect, creating a beautiful piece of art. I encourage each of the board members to try it out. As I move forward into my superintendency, I am encouraged by the support of the board, administrators, and staff that we can continue to take the students of Barstow Unified into the future with a positive, safe, and equitable learning environment. 28 down, and many more to go.
Thank you so much. Oh, you go. Okay. My vaudeville look.
I hope everyone stays warm and dry in this weather and that we can all take a moment to enjoy the snow-capped mountains in what is California's longest cold stretch since 1989. The Southland saw 9 consecutive days with average temperatures below 60 degrees. As of tomorrow, we will be on day 8 with highs staying at or below 60 degrees. No, I'm finished.
Below 60, below 50. Yeah, that's low. Board reports. We'll start with Trustee Helga.
Oh.
Got you by surprise, huh?
Just a couple things. Just wanted to say thank you to Ms. Negretti for having me over for the EXP and the students there at the high school. It was pretty interesting seeing they were working on product invention ideas. So it's definitely entertaining and educational for me just to see all the different ideas and thoughts that they could all come up with for different student products. And also all the animal projects that all the students created at the Fine Arts Academy during their open house for the VAPA night. Those were both pretty awesome.
Done?
Mhm.
Thank you. Trustee Watson.
I have nothing to report.
Trustee Clemmer.
I have nothing to report.
Okay, me, I don't have anything to report. I hope my voice is coming back. Other than that, bear with me as I go through this. We're going to go into our student representatives report.
Hello, my name is Luke Wyrick. I'm the Executive Vice President of ASB at our high school, and I just have a few things to report. Mostly what we've been working on has been two things. Spring Fling, that's coming up later. We just have some baseline ideas for that, like where it's going to be, how we're going to fund it, the pricing, and that's going to be April 1st. It'll be down on like the pavilion, down below our past the science building, and we're planning to have that on a Saturday so that we can raise more money and put that towards funds. The thing that's actually coming up, and that we're working on is going to be Mr. Aztec. The theme is Mr. Worldwide. That'll be on March 10th, and we are planning an assembly, a spirit week. It has lots of themes and just really cool ideas. I'm very excited. I've never been to Mr. Aztec myself, but I think it's going to go great. Besides that, we have our assembly where we're going to honor spring sports. That includes golf and tennis and softball and baseball, as well as we had a meeting with Ms. Rankin just about the things on campus, and that was pretty cool. That was nice, and I think that's it.
Well, very good, all without notes too. Yeah. This is the point where if you would like to, you may leave, so you don't have to go through all this. You okay?
This is interesting. I'm curious.
Oh, man, you don't know what you just did to yourself. Representatives reports, EEA, Ms. Shealy.
I would just like to say, you're long-winded like myself. I'm very grateful for that. So, couple of things. It's actually a shorter one for me than anything. A good teaching conference is this week. I'm very excited to go. This will be the first time I've got to go. Do we have a number of it? I think at least. A lot. Yeah, and I'm really excited. I already got to download the app, and you get to pick what classes that you go to. And, it was midnight, and I couldn't sleep, and so you're thinking about this kind of things. That's my world. And I look through, and I go, and I felt like a sense of relief to get to go to a conference and focus on my practice. So I get to focus on some Google app extensions and how to clean up my Google Drive, which is very much needed after COVID, and just having the time for that. So I'm excited. I wanted to thank the board Ed Services for, and Ms. Fisher, we've been working with you closely for helping. You guys are paying for it, so thank you very much for that. And it's a great thing because that's what we need. We do need that time to have that professional development to focus on our craft because we're so busy with the day-to-day. It's hard to just put off the time and say, how do I develop better as a professional? How do I become a better educator so that I can meet the needs of an ever-changing student population? So I'm excited about it, and so I'm excited about it this weekend. Last night, I wanted to thank the superintendent because last night I attended a meeting for the High Desert presidents of the unions for CTA High Desert, and they asked me, how is the new superintendent going? And usually when you're hearing superintendent conversations like, oh, well, they're not working with this, they're working with this. And it felt really good to say the level of communication that our union membership is now having with our superintendent. I got to share that she came to the high school to be a part of the bar team. And what I was impressed with, and I'm very motivated by and to work for, is that you were engaged with the actual students and the issues and the ideas that you came up with were just a breath of fresh air that we needed. And I'm very excited about your leadership. And to say that last night and to watch everybody on the Zoom meeting just look jealous, I was like, get jealous of Barstow. They're already jealous because we don't fight, but it was nice to go, to be excited. So I wanted to thank you for that. I wanted to recognize you here for that. We have negotiations going on, of course, so that's always fun. Thank you to my negotiations team or our negotiations team. They do an amazing job. It's a hard job. I used to have it. I'm glad I don't anymore. We have our next membership engagement, which I have spoken about. I love our membership engagement events because sometimes we just want to break and relax and come together as a community of educators. That's going to be March 16th at the American Legion. I've spoke about it before, but I'll do it again because I love what we do. The Ladies Auxiliary makes a corned beef and cabbage meal for us. We will be paying for a meal for a member and a guest so that they can go to that. And the proceeds from the Ladies Auxiliary go back to our high school senior scholarships. So it's cool that we have that opportunity. Being in the town of Barstow, we can give back to just community services that will give back to our students and ultimately give back to us. So there's that. Right now it's the end of second trimester, so I know that elementary was busy with report cards. My sister used to be an elementary teacher, and that's why I would never be an elementary teacher. They work very hard. They have skill sets that I don't have, and I'm always in awe of how much they're able to do in a day. So kudos to them for finishing up their second trimester. High school, we just did a progress report. We're making our way to that next 9 weeks goal, which you have less than, not a lot of time, which makes me sad because he was a freshman for me. That's kind of where we're at right now. I think that's where I am, and just excited to be here and excited to work for Barstow. Excited it's not snowing like it is every year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
CSEA, Ms. Gonzalez.
Good evening, everybody. So we are ending our second month with a few trainings of our own, mostly for our e-board officers and our job stewards, our union representatives. So we just had our officer skills training on Saturday. I know myself, Vice President and the treasurer attended. I haven't spoken with the other members of my e-board to see how theirs all went. So it was nice to collaborate with the other chapters in our areas to hear what's going on in their chapters and just to get some feedback and give some feedback of what we have going on in ours. So it was nice to have that collaboration and get that training for our officers. There was a union steward for Rebecca Michelson. She was our chief job steward previously, so she was invited to that. That's an invitation only. So she was able to go there and get some new tips and strategies and help collaborate with some new job stewards within our area to get feedback on that. So that's always nice to get that, to bring back to our members and be able to have that training for ourselves as well, that knowledge and confidence to go in and speak on their behalf. So that was nice to do all of that. We are closing up on our audit for last year's financials. Trying to think. We have our negotiations for the 22-23 school year coming up for a special meeting in the boardroom this Thursday to vote on those to bring to the board hopefully soon after for approval to move forward with all of the negotiations that we did over the 22-23 school year. So then we can move into our 23-24 negotiations and get started there. There was one other thing I wanted to say and I totally forgot. I don't think it is. Scholarships. We are preparing for our scholarships. I've already contacted with Robbie Willits at the high school so that we can get our scholarship applications and the information out there so that our seniors have plenty of time, the seniors of our members have plenty of time to get their paperwork in, talk to their, letters of reference, all of those things that they need to get in order, their transcripts, all of that, so that they can submit for the scholarships that we have. And we have some fundraising ideas that are in the works to get started. So we are having a good, movement along the way. Also, our constitution, it hasn't been updated since 2006, 2007-ish. Updating that constitution for our membership as well to make sure that everything's current language, follows all the legalities and all of that. So we've gotten a lot of things going and a lot of things accomplished and moving forward. So it's nice to have those goals getting met and people working together, coming together to meet those goals. So that's where we're at. Hope everybody has a good end of the month, and we look forward to the next month. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Personnel Commission, Ms. Dool.
Yes. Board members, guests. The next meeting of the Personnel Commission is scheduled for March 9th at 4:30 p.m. Barstow Unified currently has 361 classified employees. And just a reminder, coming up on the weekend of the 11th and 12th, we spring forward and lose an hour. Don't forget to set your, I know, I just, that was my reaction as well. So, and that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Adoption of the agenda. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Do we have any presentations, recognitions?
No presentations or recognitions today.
Okay, communications, consent agenda. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That takes us to discussion items. Discussion items, general, L11, annual review, renewal board agreements to facilitate effective governance. Recommendation, recommending the Board of Trustees approve the annual renewal of board agreements to facilitate effective governance as part of the Barstow Unified School District Governance Handbook. Ms. Swearingen.
So this is the routine form that the governance team will sign to reaffirm that they will follow the norms and protocols agreed upon by the governance leadership team. And we will be having further discussion in reference to a meeting to review the governance workbook. But at this point in time, this is just for your annual review and reaffirmation of the norms and the protocols set aside for the governance leadership team to follow.
Any questions? No. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Business Services, L41, purchase order listing 0207-2023 to 0221-2023. Mr. Beaton.
Nothing to, we have our normal purchase orders going through, nothing extraordinary.
Okay. I just have a question. Purchase order date 2/15/23, purchase order number 231147, Educational Services, Save the Children Federation, 191,000 and change after that. What is that?
So normally, Mr. Beaton would be responsible for reporting a question on the purchase order, but I'm going to defer the question to Mr. Godfrey, as I believe he'll be able to provide greater explanation.
This is part of the after-school education safety grant that we apply for every 3 years. We're in the third year of the implementation of the current grant. Basically, we contract with Save the Children to serve as our provider for the after-school program. It includes Cameron, Crestline, and Lenwood. We serve about 150 students. After school, they report to the Save the Children classroom. They engage in literacy development with accelerated reader program. They also engage in a curriculum for PE called Catch. It's not competitive, but it's movement. It's based on physical activity. And they also engage in homework help. And finally, there is a snack component, which is part of the program. It's a pass-through grant for us. We rely on Save the Children to administer the entire program. They also report to the state for us through the support of our fiscal services and our IT folks. And we've been partnering with them for at least 15 years. And we're looking to expand that based on CDE requirements for extended learning opportunities for students.
Wow, sounds like a great program. I'm kind of embarrassed I didn't know what it was. Any other questions? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
All in favor? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Is it me or is that? Get out of here. Okay. Items for future board meetings. Anybody? No? Do we need to go back into closed session?
And I apologize, there's one item that we need to very quickly go back to closed session for. I apologize.
So it is 5:29, and we will go back into closed session.
Yes.
All right. Luke, thank you for coming. Appreciate having you.
Luke, stays with
And underneath it was
Yeah.
Some said.